Welcome back. Joining us now to discuss their programs in social work from our sponsors at Daemen University is Dr. Amy Trabert. Thank you so much for coming in today, Dr. Amy.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Let's start off by talking about you, what you do at Daemen, and what your background is in social work.
Yeah, so I am the BSW program director, so I work closely with the Bachelor of Social Work students. I act as an advisor, and I also teach multiple classes in human behavior and different psychology and research courses as well.
Nice. Alrighty. So let's talk about how long Daemen's social work program has been around and in existence.
Yeah, so most people don't know this, but the social work program has been around since 1977.
Oh.
So the social work and sociology department started off with a bachelor's program then, and has now expanded to a bachelor's in social work program and a master's in social work program. And I'll talk about this a little bit later, but we'll also have a DSW, so a doctorate of social work program coming soon.
Very exciting.
And all of our programs are accredited by CSWE, which is the Council for Social Work Education.
Okay, alrighty. What do you think makes Daemen's social work programs different than others?
I think there's a lot of things that make Daemen's department different than others. The biggest one I would say would be the small classroom sizes and the mentorships that are built between faculty and the students. The other thing I would say is the flexible learning environments that we've created. So in the MSW specifically, we have a hybrid schedule, hybrid environment, and then we also have a completely online program as well.
Oh, okay, nice. That really creates more accessibility for a lot more people, I imagine.
Yes, accessibility and flexibility is the key.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about the social work faculty.
Yeah, so we have 11 full-time social work faculty members, which is really exciting. It's the biggest the program has ever been. And so most of our faculty members have very diverse backgrounds in research, in the field, ranges from clinical experience, child welfare, social work policy, community organization. And I think what really distinguishes the faculty from other institutions is that a lot of them are still working in the field. And so that really enhances the students' learning experience because they're staying up to date with the best practices.
That makes sense. Alrighty. Which learning opportunities do social work students find the most fulfilling?
Yeah, so I think the social work students really like the SILS, which is the simulation that exists so they can test on clients their interventions and evidence-based interventions and really figure out, what they want to do moving forward in the field, and it prepares them for their internship and then the professional work as well. So I think they really enjoyed that because they get to kind of practice, what they're going to do in the field. And then the other thing I would say is really the service learning part that we have, because the students can go to different parts of the country. So recently we went to Dominican Republic, Thailand, and they get to do service work in different countries and kind of practice global social work, which is an awesome opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. Awesome, awesome experience. Now, you teased it a little bit for us, but tell us a little bit about some of the new initiatives within the social work program.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to talk about that today because there's so much going on. So one of the first new initiatives that we have is a 5-year program that exists. It's the 5-year MSW program. We're piloting it this fall. And essentially what that is that undergrad students can take graduate course general's practice work in the program right away. And this really appeals to our non-traditional students or people that are working full-time and want to go back to the classroom. So we're really excited to pilot this fall for that. The second initiative that we have that's coming up is we actually received a grant from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and this really focuses on behavioral health with adults and adolescents and youth, and what that has really given us is financial assistance to provide to students in our program to be able to complete the program. And then it also allows for professional training for our field educators, and then one of the most exciting parts of it is that it also is providing money for our CASAC certificate. So that's our certification in alcohol and substance abuse counseling.
Okay.
So that's now in existence as well. So we're able to have that program because of that.
Great stuff happening at Daemen University with this. Obviously, social work is always going to be needed
Yeah.
in the world, and allowing students an opportunity to experience this, to get hands-on learning experience and work with some of the best that are still practicing
Yes.
is incredible. So thank you so much for coming in and sharing more about this program.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, viewers, this open house, they have one that's happening on Friday. You can learn more about it by visiting our sponsors at daemen.edu/open house. Thanks again for coming in.
Thank you.